Now boarding for Rebuild of JoyCast, your weekly destination for anime, manga, and more.
Welcome back to I'd rather be playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom right now.
You know, Jax immediately, I think he was exaggerating, I'm certain he was, but you know how critical, I've talked about how critical Jax can be about things. Breath of the Wild, one of his absolute favorite games of all time, he's like, that is the game, the best game ever. And,
I wouldn't argue it.
Yeah, and he's like, really disappointed apparently with the start of Tears of the Kingdom.
So he's played it already?
Yeah,
don't tell me anything.
I won't tell you anything.
Blind.
I think
I went to Breath of the Wild completely blind years later. I did not get a Switch at launch. I got it years later. It was right after the My Hero movie, the first My Hero Bridge movie we did came out, and I had all this fucking free time. I'm like, you know what? I'm finally gonna play this game that everyone says is the greatest of all time, and I was not disappointed. And knowing that I went to that completely fucking blind, I waited for this one to go blindly too. The only thing I know about Tears of the Kingdom is that Matthew Mercer is Ganon. I know nothing else.
I was gonna say, so that was like just
and
before...
there's the sky. They're in the sky for some reason, and that's it. That's all I know.
Was that just before SakuraCon then? Because I'm pretty
yes.
sure like the movie had been out like a month.
Because I showed you the layout for Broly Abridged at the time. So yes, that would be 2019.
Because we went to SakuraCon like a month after the movie came out.
Yep.
Something like that. Good times. Good times.
But before we get started, I want to ask you if you've noticed anything different on the YouTube version of this podcast.
I haven't. No, I don't.
We got a new moving logo, a motion graphic that was made by a fan of ours, Icaro Gabriel 17. You guys should follow this guy at Icaro Gabriel 17 on Twitter. Just popped up to my DMs the other day, was like, hey, huge fan of the podcast, was wondering if you guys wanted a motion graphic, and I bought it off him. It was a very good job.
I was gonna say, I thought you were saying it was in the last one, but no, that's very cool.
Yeah, we did it last week as well, but basically, we had already recorded that episode after I bought it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put it on that week's episode, but I'm gonna shout him out today, and in the credits too. So if you missed what I just said, wait for the credits. I'll say it again, or our lovely train trafficker will say that at the end of Icaro Gabriel. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
it's
Gabriel.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.
It's really cool. Very impressed. So like I said, and he's open for commissions. So like, follow him on Twitter. He does motion graphics like the one you've just seen on the YouTube version. He does a lot of stuff for streaming. Quality work. Highly recommend him.
That's badass. So what are we talking about today, Ivan? A lot of manga.
Golden Week is finally over. It's been 2 months. It's been Golden Week for 2 months.
According to us.
According to us, it's been Golden Week for 2 months. And now it's not Golden Week anymore. So now, most of all the new manga series for the spring season have come forward. These are the guys that were supposed to... Like, remember when I said that My Hero Academia should have ended in the spring? If Horikoshi didn't get sick, My Hero Academia would be done now. Here are your replacements. There's 4 of them. We're only going to talk about 3 because number 4 has not come out yet. So, I read these. I know that you have been busier as hell. So I know you have not had the time to really research this.
I might be going to LA. I don't fucking know.
Well, for a quick trip or permanently?
It's a Lackadaisy thing potentially. I'll be going for like.
So for that, So for the you've talked about that before. That meetup.
I've got a London shoot in next week on Thursday, so I'm just absolutely swamped with loads of things.
I know it sucks because I'm gonna be on vacation the week before if you do make that LA trip.
That's
so
crazy.
I won't be able to fucking go because I took my vacation time early.
That's crazy.
Damn. I'm so mad.
I might be meeting up with Rel at some point soon. I have to meet up with Rel. He's in England.
Rel's in the UK right now for a month.
He is. He's somewhere
for our
in
audience,
the UK.
This is My Toaster is Moist. He does Jujutsu Kaisen Abridged for the Schmuck Squad.
Fucking great guy. I love that dude. And then Freddy should be coming down in like October or something.
Wait, where's Freddy coming to?
Freddy
LA.
might be coming to England in October.
Wait, Freddy's going to England in October?
Yeah, he's gonna visit us in England.
Motherfucker needs to move to LA first.
All the cool people are coming to England, Ivan. When are you and Steena coming down?
If Freddie's going to the UK in October, then I want to go to the UK in October. Because we still got lots of people still down there at the time. So yeah, I'd probably be going to the UK. I just can't go. I just can't meet you in LA in June because that'd be too close to my vacation.
Yeah, believe me, it's so stressful. It's like so like close. I'm like still trying to think over things basically.
Yeah, because otherwise the only thing I'm trying to get situated is in early November, YomaCon 2023 in Detroit, Michigan. A lot of abridgers are planning a takeover of this convention. It used to be very abridger heavy, and then it kind of dwindled down, and then post-COVID, people stopped going to conventions. Now we're trying to make a comeback, and we all kind of talked amongst ourselves and go, all right, where can all the abridgers meet up at? If we're not doing SoccerCon anymore, where can we all meet up? And we're all thinking YomaCon. So you, the audience, you have the power to make this happen. I put this in a community post on our on the YouTube channel. I will put a link to it in the description of this episode of the podcast. Please, 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 if you are listening to this right now, if you want to see us as guests at YomaCon, please go to the YomaCon guest request form. Request JoyRide Entertainment. And if you're feeling extra generous, suggest Grimjack, the Schmuck Squad, Something Witty Entertainment, and Project Mouthwash. We would be highly grateful. And if there's any other bridges you like, slap their name on there too. Let's see who we can get there. It would be a blast. Abridging has been a little disconnected for far too long. We need to get the boys. We need to start pressing the flesh again, all right? The Cold War needs to end. we need a peace. We need peaceful coexistence once again, and this is where we can make it happen. Otherwise, yes, let's get back to the manga at hand that we saw. Or I saw, because you were busy planning all your trips. Because you are a busy boy. Lackadaisy has changed the landscape for you, my friend, and I am so happy. I'm glad the world is now recognizing you the way I always have.
To some degree, yes.
Oh, just you wait. Oh, Val, you're gonna pop off in no time. You're getting a lot of believers now, and that's all you need.
It looks like it, yeah.
You need a few hardcore believers with a lot of influence, and I swear to God, you will pop off in no time. But
Thanks,
yeah,
dude.
So the manga that I want to discuss is a couple weeks back we hinted at these. I think Tenmaku Cinema did come out, and I did talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it again. But and that's actually the first one I will discuss. Tenmaku Cinema. This is from the crew who did Food Wars, so we have a pedigree here.
That's so weird. Actually, yeah. Now that I look at it, yeah, it does look like Food Wars.
Yes, because it is. It's by the same guys in Food Wars. And it's quite fun. It's about a young cinephile who gets possessed by the spirit of a dead screenwriter who wishes to have his magnum opus made into a film.
Is it like a real screenwriter? I think you said before it was like the person who directed Seven Samurai.
No. So he's a screenwriter, but he was old friends with this world's equivalent to Akira Kurosawa.
Oh, okay then.
And he was looking for him. He's like, hey, I need that director. I need you to pitch a film to him. And the boy goes, that guy's been dead for years. And the ghost's like, oh shit. So now you need to make the movie for me.
I was about to say, is the ghost director person like, I don't know, the yassified version of Alfred Hitchcock or something?
He looks like a JoJo character, but he's really cool. Yeah, this is a very fun series. And so basically, this kid has to gather a bunch of classmates and make a film. And so this movie is about this manga is about the process of making films. If Oshinoko is a very, like, bluntly honest about the dirty aspects of the entertainment industry, Tenmaku Cinema is a more loving tribute to specifically film. And it's a lot of fun. I think this is my favorite right now of the new ones. This is the one I'm actively going to continue reading. My issue with it right now is it lacks stakes and pressure. It's like, hey, you have to make this film for me. Why? There really isn't a pressure why. Like, I feel like they should have made the ghost writer maybe a little bit more evil. And he didn't have to be evil, but like, he should be more threatening. Even if he was talking, even if he was just bullshitting, I feel like this thing lacks pressure. It's a very look out for this iceberg if we want to connect this to film.
A good middle ground would probably be that they aren't concerned with the lives of the living people that they are using, really. And
yeah,
it could
I mean,
be,
he's not. He's a selfish
there's probably
guy.
some case of like, if it's a ghost story, it's probably gonna be, look, if I don't make this movie, I will forever be a wandering spirit or something, and I don't particularly want that.
Basically the stakes that they have established is this ghost is fucking annoying. The sooner I make this film, the sooner he will leave. That's all they're going for. And I'm like, that's funny, but there's no stakes or pressure here. And I feel like, considering this is on Shonen Jump, I feel like, considering how experienced these the creators of the series are, I feel like they could have done that. I'm just nitpicking. I do really much enjoy this.
I'm only skimming through this as we speak. I'm definitely getting like Bakuman vibes, where it's like there's not really much on the line. The only thing in Bakuman that they really had is when you make your manga, you can marry the girl that you love, and that's like their agreement.
That's still more going on than what this has got going on.
Well, that's the thing. I think for
There's
this,
a goal.
it's slower though, and I don't think that the first film they make is going to be the one that works necessarily.
I don't know. It feels like this film is like the one thing. I feel this film is the One Piece. They're treating this like the greatest film ever fucking written on paper, and they have to make it.
I would like it if they go through different levels of production, because I did media.
They are. They're like right now. This
everything.
current chapter that just came out, chapter 3 or 4. They're talking about storyboarding and how much.
Oh, no, I know that.
And honestly, this manga came at the perfect time for the writer's strike. If you want to get a bunch of neckbeards on the internet to understand why the writers are striking and why they are so fucking important and need to be cherished, this manga is making a great argument about how a writer doesn't just write the script, cash in their check, and they're done. They have to follow the production, and on the spot, they have to make changes when the director sees new things. It's not just about the writer. It's about the loving collaborative relationship between a writer and a director and the rest of the crew. And I'm hoping they start addressing more crew members going on. Like, again, this series has a lot of fun promise. I'm just worried about how cutthroaty this magazine is right now, because oh my god, apparently Fabricant 100 is in trouble.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, apparently. Which I call bullshit, because usually when the mangaka gets a Twitter account, that usually means they're safe, and Fabricant 100's mangaka has one now. But I don't know, people are getting worried right now, and I'm getting worried. And I'm worried about Tenmaku Cinema, because I feel like this is one where if you let it go for as long as it needs to go, this could get quite heartwarming and very fun. If there's anything that it does have going for it, is there is a mystery. They're definitely trying to make the circumstances of the writer's death mysterious, so maybe they'll make some kind of conspiracy, something going on. One can pray, and I feel like we'll know depending on how soon they wait to do it. Like, if they start making up a big conspiracy, like, oh my god, this guy got killed, and something's going on, that means an axe is probably coming, and they're trying to get out as much as they can before.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking more like there's gonna be a lot of trial and error with these films. Like, this first one may seem like it's going to be great, but there's going to be issues, things that they can't quite achieve with the level of production that they have.
I think that will happen if this series goes the distance.
Precisely.
If this is like a My Hero Academia 300 chapter manga, yes, I think there'll be multiple films. But I think this is like a 120 chapter manga if done right, and they're gonna do one film because this one movie they're doing, like I said, they're treating it's the Holy Grail. It's the Golden Fleece.
What do you think about Do-Retry?
I know you're fascinated about that one. We hyped this one up because it's from the mangaka behind Bone Collection, which was so bad that Jump refused to publish the rest of the series.
Chapter or something, yeah.
He made 3 chapters. There was 9, and they refused to put them out because it was just so garbage.
I'm interested in this mostly because of the time period it's set in.
Yes, it's a historical sports manga. So you've got me grabbed immediately. It's about a weak but resilient boxer surviving in post-World War II Japan. It's kind of basic, and it's definitely not going to be dodging the Ishida no Joe allegations anytime soon. But the ending of the chapter introduces a very interesting little wrinkle in this. So this is about a kid who grows up, like I said, he grows up during World War II. His dad is a beloved boxer, but then he gets drafted into the war and he doesn't come back. And so after the war, him and his sister are alone on the streets. By the way, it was interesting is his sister's actually stronger than he is, but then she gets dead sister energy, sickness. And so in order to afford her operation, he has to become a boxer.
I really like the imagery.
And he sucks at boxing.
I really like the imagery they used about like the bombings over Japan and everything.
The art is pretty good.
Yeah, I genuinely did not think that the art looked like it was going to be very good when I looked at the initial thumbnail.
It looks better than Bone Collection, and I across the board, even the storytelling, even the writing, even though I think it's very babyfied dialogue, but that could just be localization. Time will tell. I think this is a vast improvement. I'm very happy to see guys improve on this magazine. I always say that. Like, I am waiting for who's that guy? Dororan? The creator of Golem Hearts.
Golem Hearts. Ah, bloody hell. His name eludes me right
Azuka
now.
something. He's like Azuka. He's got duos in his name.
It's... Oh, damn it, my anime list is currently under maintenance. What the fuck?
But if it's true, if the wives' tale is true and that Jump has a 3-strike system... Gen Osuka. So if Jump has a 3-strike system, that means Gen Osuka has one more shot to make this a magazine, and I hope he does. I hope whatever Gen does next, I hope it's a fucking winner. I hope it's the next My Hero Academia.
I just hope it has like somewhere between.
Because I like that guy. As I talk so much trash about Dororan because it was fucking trash, and that's unacceptable when Golem Hearts was so fucking sweet. I think this guy has it. And if Mr. Bone Collection here can improve and make... I don't know if Do-Retry will last. Because I don't think this guy has a lot of goodwill with the audience.
It does make me genuinely sad. Like, because I remember when we did that, because I was like, oh, let's do cancelled manga. And we were like, okay, and I found Golem Hearts, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
and I was glad that you liked it enough.
Because you're like, this is from the guy who did Dororan, the one you hate. I go... What? He did this before Dororan? What the fuck?
Yeah, what happened?
What the fuck happened?
I hope, honestly, he can meet somewhere in between, because I think Dororan actually had some good designs in it. I know that one girl that they set up to be like the love interest, like Dutagonist, disappeared because she was so disliked by
I think it's
the
called
general public.
Dororan. Like, it's fucked up, because Dororan is something else. That's a band and another manga.
But the point,
it's one of the little blue yokai who turns into a sword. It has like one really good save the cat joke and then has nothing. It has nothing but exposition.
I really hope he can do something like similar to that, though.
I am praying, because if Bone Collection guy got a fucking chance this quickly, come the fuck on.
I mean, I didn't read Bone Collection, but Do-Retry genuinely looks pretty fucking cool,
So
actually.
Do-Retry, I'm a little bit on the fence with this, but what I think is very fascinating is that his coach seems to be this lady who runs the fucking Yakuza, and I think that's fucking cool. I think that's a very fun wrinkle in this story.
Just fucking comes in, shooting off guns and stuff. Yeah, she looks badass.
I mean, because basically, like, he runs into her because her gang steals the money for his sister's operation and shit, and he has to get it back. And then he just like he can't fight them. He just won't go the fuck down. That's his superpower. He can't give up.
Oh,
it's very
like,
babyfied, but like I kind of like it because. You know what? I kind of like... It reminds me kind of like... He's so incompetent, he's incompetent. Like, the fact that he can't go down means eventually the blind squirrel has to find a nut during that match. Because boxing's all about just getting that one right hit. So if you can't go down, all you gotta do is take enough shots and eventually you'll get the right shot. Like, again, I'm holding out my judgment until I see an actual match in this anime.
It's that episode of The Simpsons with, like, where Homer fights Dredrick Tatum and Moe is his, like, coach. Do you remember that one?
No, I don't watch The Simpsons.
You didn't? You've never watched it? Like, never? Or you just don't, like...
I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. Passively.
Okay. You just weren't that interested in it? Damn.
I just wasn't that interested. Like, I just passively watched it. You know, I don't know. It just...
Is it one of those things where, like, you're like, I'm not going to watch it? Are you just not going to watch it? Or, like, do you think you ever will? It's like...
retroactively, no, I will never watch The Simpsons. No.
Do you watch King of the Hill?
Passively. Again, King of the Hill, very passively. But I know King of the Hill better than I know The Simpsons.
King of the Hill's fucking funny. It's like...
Because King of the Hill is more simplified, and also, you know, it fucking ended.
True.
Apparently it's getting a reboot. Or a sequel.
There are, like, lists of, like, the best episodes of The Simpsons you should watch. I would say just find, like, a top, like, 20 list and, like, just watch those episodes or something. But
I've seen a few key episodes. I'm aware of The Simpsons. It's just... That's just something that just it's just two ships passing in the night. I don't think The Simpsons is bad. I just didn't get into it. I just did not get into it.
Billy, I certainly don't like The Simpsons anymore, but like I used to love The Simpsons as a kid.
But when I was a kid, like, you know, like I saw it was on TV, and then I just kind of,
True. That's fair. But yeah, do retry. Seems cool. What was
I'm reserving judgment on that one. All I'm saying is right now, Tenmaku Cinema is my favorite, and Do-Retry, I'm biting my tongue. I don't want to make a holistic judgment until I see an actual match.
That's smart.
But I'm crossing my fingers because one, I like to see guys improve on this magazine. I'm always looking for winners. Two, I'm a sucker for boxing anime and manga. So I want this to win.
What happened to that smartphone one?
It just died. It just got axed.
I was gonna say, because
ridiculous. Again, I can't fucking believe it.
Super Smartphone just died?
It just died. Like, I don't know, the opening chapters were great, but it just could not keep people invested.
Damn, that's kind of shit.
And like I said, right now, Fabricate 100 seems to be having the same issue right now, apparently.
I genuinely thought it just went... I don't know. I thought it was just, like, passing by or something. I didn't think it, like, just went or anything. How long ago did it go? Like, when did it...
Last year, man. It's been a long time now.
How long? God, I'm sorry. The amount of time we've been doing this podcast is like...
And that's ridiculous. Because right now, what's going on right now is, like, there was a shareholders meeting with Jump, and then they always have, like, a public part where they kind of... They show the press, like, what their goals are. And right now... They are all about Manga Plus and Jump Plus. They are all about that right now. And they said it in their own words. They want more Takapi. They want more chains. They want to be in the discussion 24/7. Which is like, here's the natural progression of a filthy corporation. Grow exponentially. That's impossible. But I can see why. Because basically right now, if you're not an overnight sensation, they're going to cut your ass now. And normally I'd say, wow, when are you gonna ever have anything on this fucking magazine? But now I'm like, you know what? I don't think they fucking care about the magazine anymore. I think they're gun-ho on Jump Plus now. And they're gonna let things passively happen.
Is the other one we're gonna talk about Tista?
No, we're gonna talk about Kill Blue.
Oh, okay.
But Blue.
Is Tista one of the ones we're gonna talk about?
I don't know.
Is that a new one?
I forgot what the fourth one's name is.
I'm on like I'm on the site. Like I said, too busy.
Well, it's not out. It's not out yet. The fourth one.
Oh, okay then. Because there's this one called Tista I've just seen. I had no idea that it was there before, but it reminds me of like the 2000s manga. I don't think it's new though. As I look, it just seems. You know how sometimes Viz just put something that's kind of old at the forefront for like no reason.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I want to get on this subject here because so at the time of recording here, like I said, all about digital manga right now. So we talked about how Kodansha was making their own app. It came out, Val.
Oh.
Fucking disaster. Fucking flop on arrival. They have a ticket system. You have to buy tokens so that you can rent chapters.
Ew. Or
buy a chapter. Or buy a volume. It's a fucking disaster. Just, oh my god. They shit so badly that Shueisha got to Viz and said, hey Viz, would you like your own dedicated app? They released a Viz app on the same day as K-Manga, just to rub salt in the fucking wound.
God damn.
Absolutely superfluous, but I have not checked out the Viz app yet, but apparently it's just like Manga Plus, but it's for all the older shit. Whereas, basically their focus is put all the new shit on Jump Plus, and start remastering and put old shit on Viz.
Oh.
And localize it, which is like fucking genius.
Ivan, I know why this...
K-Manga, Kodansha can't even get their fucking flagship fucking app going, and fucking Shueisha shit out a second competitor for themselves.
Sorry, I know why this Tista thing showed up, and I thought it was new. It's because it's by the guy who made Spy X Family, except in 2007, and it just looks like...
Yeah, so one of his older manga.
Yeah, I'm surprised how long this guy has been around for.
So that's why it's popping up, Val, because Viz is now trying to find the shit they didn't put in digital, and now they're putting it on Viz and going, hey, now that you're into manga now, because manga's a very new thing, like pop media-wise in the West, here's all the shit you missed. That's what Viz's manga app is gonna be.
I'm actually
Fucking
gonna read
brilliant.
the shit out of this too. It looks cool. But tell us about Kill Blue. Kill Blue.
Okay,
or Blue
so Kill Blue, the third of the new series now.
Is it about food? Because like it's
No, it's not.
Then why is the kid holding a rice tray? Or
Because he's at school. It's school lunch, apparently. Okay, so this is my least favorite. This is from the creator of Kuroko no Basket, and if you remember, Robot X Laser Beam. So this is a guy who's got a bit on rough times. He's got a pedigree, but he just quite can't recapture the majesty of Kuroko no Basket. So he's decided to not learn his lesson and try to chase Spike's family in Sakamoto Days' thunder again. And I think it's going to fail miserably. It seems to be well received by the audience, because go figure, lowest common denominator, but I hate this. It's about an assassin who is turned back into a teenager, and his agency takes advantage of the situation and gives him a mission at a middle school. Apparently, people are enjoying it. I'm bored as fuck. It looks great. I'm not going to deny the pedigree of Tadadoshi Fujimaki, but I know this bores me. I've talked about this before. Innovation and adaptation. I only want to read innovative series. I think Tenmaku Cinema is the most innovative of these newbies. And Kill Blue is the most adaptive. I don't care much for adaptive manga. I have Spike's family. I'm good. I'm waiting on the Sakamoto Days anime. I'm good. I don't need more assassins and domestic propaganda. I'm good. I don't see this one last. People seem to be loving it, but everyone's loving Fabricant 100, which is an innovative manga in my eyes. It's Super Smartphone, which was also super innovative, and that didn't fucking last. I don't know how these last.
I'll take a look at Kill Blue. I've never really enjoyed like Kuroko no Basket or anything or any of his work, so
me neither. But I respect the hustle.
It's probably an empty promise of mine once again, because like I said, my priorities just lately are not in reading at the moment. But like I've got the Triumvirate basically that I read, and when one of those goes, probably My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, eventually. That's gonna be a whole thing, Val. I was just thinking about the other day. What are we gonna replace My Hero Academia with in Triumvirate?
I mean,
we need to make that an event. I'm saying
that is honestly, I'm genuinely thinking about binging out Undead Unluck or something before the anime comes out if I can, and see if I enjoy it at all.
Interesting. I'm thinking about not a reread, but like I said last week, where I might have to try Naruto finally.
Oh yeah, I'm actually looking forward to you talking about Naruto, to be honest.
I think once My Hero Academia is over, I think that's what I'm going to start doing.
No, it should be interesting to hear what your thoughts are. I feel like you'll probably agree with me on like a lot of points that I feel Naruto is kind of lacking, but you can also see where all the other manga kind of get a lot of ideas, like the cyclical events always occurring, and like, you know, the constant, like I said, man, Naruto is just the explanation for this entire thing is this parallel character to you, Naruto. It's always the same thing.
But anyway, so those are the 3 new manga. There's a 4th coming out, but I don't know when. They keep dragging on it because they've been on a very long Golden Week themselves.
How's that beat manga that I know Steena's loving right now?
What's that?
How's that beat manga that
Beat
something
in Motion? I've heard nothing since. I doubt she's still reading it.
Fair enough.
But anyway, so I give Tenmaku Cinema my highest recommendation. I think all these newbies are rough, but that one is the funnest. The people seem to think that Kill Blue is the best, and considering how fucking wrong we've been about the spring anime season, I'm willing to concede to the people this time around.
Say that about yourself, sir. I have no idea.
So how's Paradise? How's Hell's Paradise, Val? Because I keep getting ganked on in the Discord chat about this.
I watched the 3rd episode, it picked up, but once again, I am just not into these fucking characters. The only thing I can say that I'm happy about is that the freaking author or whatever had the foresight to kill off like a good swath of these characters. I have never been happier because I am so sick of like over bloated freaking casts and shit, man. I'm so glad. I'll let you know. Like I said, I've just been swamped. I will get back to it, and I will give like a full like fucking call.
Okay, because we're taking L's right now on the Discord.
But
man.
I did find time to watch more Heavenly Delusion, which has been pretty fucking great.
I'm a bit on the fence right now. Me and Steena are kind of going, I think we're wrong about this one. Now one of the biggest mysteries out of the way, it's still really well. I still enjoy it, but I just like I'm thinking, I think Oshinoko is the winner, if even that, because even Oshinoko is not really going anywhere right now.
No.
I think I have bet on the wrong horses this season.
It would not surprise me if Oshinoko
I'm enjoying them.
Incredibly strong in its conceptual the initial episode, because it was fucking huge. It was an hour-long regular TV anime episode. That's crazy. It's unheard of.
It's never been like that. Been like the peak of the series. It's been downhill since.
We'll see. I'm still enjoying Heavenly Delusion in the time that I can find to like watch a new episode. What else did I do actually? I've had people like friends and shit watch Beastars and Odd Taxi recently.
Did a rewatch for Odd Taxi? We did that a couple of months back.
Odd Taxi
series.
Odd Taxi's so goddamn good.
It's
just the only thing that makes it not goated and kind of taints it is that really cheap, crappy attempt at making a movie retelling the events, where the only thing worth it.
Really rough. I think considering how great it is, it's got one of the worst opening episodes.
Maybe, yeah. I can understand that.
I think it does a very terrible job of trying to grip people.
I think.
But if you survive that, you've got a goated series.
Absolutely. Like, it was the only thing that I think I was like watching regularly throughout 2021 when it was coming out for like the 12 weeks it was around for. 13. Yeah. I don't know. Should we talk about the Triumvirate?
It's time for the Triumvirate. Let's start with My Hero Academia 387.
That was an incredibly short chapter.
Yeah, because it's post-Golden Week.
Yeah,
this happens.
Exactly.
All the manga chapters are short this week, except for One Piece.
One Piece, was it?
Because Oda took a month off before Golden Week. He was the guy who was doing Golden Week the same time we were.
He took a week. No,
he took a month off between chapters.
He didn't take a month off.
But he went like every other week, though. He definitely did.
I think he was actually pretty on point, because before that we had...
I remember him taking a break before Golden Week.
No, because he had Sabo come back the week before Golden Week.
Hey, I know last week he did, yeah. But anyways,
because last week was Golden Week.
It's Golden Week. Stop crying, babies, all right? Horikoshi is sick, and he has to write about the fucking bloodlines of the Getten family, all right? That's super fucking important. But anyways, this chapter fucking rocks. Everyone's getting fucking fried right now. The Todoroki family is so interesting. They're the best part about this series. And this was their chapter.
I kind of disagree. Like, I'm sort of like... I get... So, I understand it. Like, the whole family is there for Derby, but it feels like I'm so worried, because you and I have always agreed there is some semblance of redemption for a few of the villains in the series.
Well, as we just saw, fucking Mr. Compress is still alive. Derby ain't fucking dying. After this, now that the whole family's here, motherfucker ain't dying. Aries gonna fucking reverse him.
Derby has to fucking die. He is so fucking evil.
He has to, but he won't. We're showing it right now. Hori's got no balls.
What is this shit, Horikoshi? God damn, man.
Limbs in the absence of consequences, or in this case, skin. But again, Airi can reverse all of this. Airi is literally gonna undo everything. This is such horseshit. There is no way Horikoshi is gonna let Yumi have burn marks.
I don't want...
The mother, it's narratively ironic, but there's no way Yumi is allowed to have burn marks. She won't be fit for marriage. They can't
legitimately
do this.
Just what the fuck? I don't want Eri to fix every single fucking problem. Someone shoot that child with a quirk erasing gun, for God's sake. Do it now.
Herself. She will out herself at this point. I'm literally gonna make this joke. If they actually do this in the original, I'm gonna make the joke where they're gonna completely just undo their morals from the overhaul arc, and we're gonna have like a shriveled husk of Eri trying to heal everyone in this series.
They're going
Come on, Eri. Time to heal more people.
I don't know, man. I feel like the only thing I can think is Eri
tired.
Is Eri gonna
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
Erase everyone's quirk or something?
Mile.
At this point, honestly, I'm just like, Eri, just erase everyone's quirk. Eri's gonna become like a godlike being and be like, no more quirks. Quirks are bullshit and I hate them and they cause nothing but problems. And just erase the whole fucking lot of them.
I fucking guarantee you that if he does My Hero Shippuden, if he does the sequel series, the removal of quirks will be a fucking plot point. That will be the next. It's gonna pull a Legend of Korra. It's just the natural fucking.
My dog just scared the shit out of me.
Sequel series. We have to get rid of the fucking power system.
It's just I don't want look.
That will be the villain, and then the villain will undermine themselves because they present themselves as quirkless, but then they secretly have a quirk. We've done this story a million times before, even before Legend of Korra did it. I love Legend of Korra, by the way.
I know you do. I don't quite understand. I like the first season and maybe the third season. Otherwise, I don't quite understand your love for it.
Because it plays to my biases. I love that steampunk shit. I love them portmanteaus. I love the World War II era. I love it.
Well, I look. Here's the thing. I am
and
like,
I love the Avatar universe.
I love Avatar.
I'm currently reading the Yangchen book right now.
Oh, okay. How's that?
That's been quite interesting. So I actually picked that up a couple months ago. It came out nearly a year ago, I think, and I just never read like one. It didn't grab me like the Kyoshi series did, so I kind of dropped it for a while. But then recently, I've been trying to get back in the habit of reading books, not just manga, and I quite like Yangchen. I think this is the first time since the fire, since the fire Avatar before Aang. I think this is the first time we've ever been presented a competent Avatar. And it's very fascinating.
Okay, but here's my issue. I am fine if the entire fucking Todoroki family want to be like third degree, like just fucking piles of ashes or whatever, and Todoroki is going to. What is his Shoto, right?
Shoto, yes.
Yeah, and Shoto has to freaking look after them. Names. And shit or whatever, but like, for God's sake, please, Horikoshi, don't remove the fucking consequences of, like, that these characters face through their selfless acts.
I totally forgot Endeavor's missing an arm right now.
Yeah, he's missing an arm. The man he is literally like just muscle right now. He doesn't have any skin. It just doesn't fucking matter.
Like I said, limbs in the absence of consequences. In this case, skin. Because he's run out of limbs to get rid of. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We do have a death in the series. The robot died. That was pretty badass.
Not the robot!
Not the fucking robot!
We were designed to fulfill human desires. The only
wink.
The random My Hero Academia robot, second only to E102 Gamma in my list of fictional robots.
Yeah, I want the backstory of the robots. Apparently there was a robot war before the series.
You're lying to me. There's no such thing.
I am not lying to you right now. Horikoshi said that there was a robot war before this series. Like, the robots tried to start an uprising and the heroes quashed it.
What?
Yes.
What?
This actually happened. But we're sitting here learning about the fucking bloodlines and buying family names. I don't fucking care. I want the robot fights.
What the fuck?
Ayama's still in a fucking corn maze. He's lost. Someone get him a fucking snack. Oh my gosh, get him a blue Powerade.
If they save Darby in the end, and oh Darby, we've saved you, and we're going to, Eri's going to heal you, so you're not going to be a weird skeleton monster for the rest of your days. Like, fuck you, Horikoshi, for God's sake, please don't do this. Some of these characters genuinely need to pay for the fucking wrong they have done.
Yeah, but Darby's hot, remember? Clearly, you don't have a Tumblr account.
I don't. I think I do. I just don't fucking use it.
I have one. I don't. I just vicariously watch over Steena's shoulder as she goes on Tumblr.
Yeah. Chainsaw Man.
Apparently, JoyRide has a Tumblr account. I'm asleep at the wheel. I made fun of Kevin Feige being asleep at the wheel, but I do that out of fairness, because so am I. Because apparently JoyRide has a Tumblr account.
Anyway, Chainsaw Man. Akira reference, Chainsaw Man.
So, if you want to talk about nothing happening in a chapter, here's the nothing chapter. Except for Super Chainsaw Motorcycle.
Chainsaw Man is officially probably no longer the antagonist of the series.
He still is. There's a second Chainsaw Man that we're completely ignoring.
But it's not Chainsaw. I bet it's gonna be a woman. I'm still certain it's gonna be a fucking woman. I'm still certain, and it could because
that'd be sick.
It's foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing to who would want to have sex with a man with a chainsaw head, a woman with a chainsaw head, or another man with a chainsaw head.
But yeah, no, this chapter was fucking funny, but don't pretend. People are bitching about nothing happening in My Hero Academia Week. Nothing happened in Chainsaw Man either. It's post-Golden Week. The chapters are always short. We've been doing this for fucking 50 years now.
Chainsaw Man has sadly only had... Look, Chainsaw Man's thing lately, I think that's bothering me, is that it's like there will be a singular, like, segment of the chapter that genuinely makes me laugh or something, or puts a smile on my face, but otherwise we're just kind of moving towards, like, the end of the conflict, I guess.
I told you when this series started that I was willing to wait months for a chapter. Because if you make Fujimoto go weekly, this is what you fucking get. You get a punchline, and then you gotta wait another fucking week.
I mean,
this
the next
series
chapter's
fucking sucks on a weekly basis.
It's coming out.
It needs to go every other week.
It's coming out in 2 weeks, so maybe you'll get exactly what you wanted.
The best chapters are every other week. So if the next chapter is 2 weeks from now, guaranteed that chapter is going to be a banger. Because now they don't have time.
I can't remember now. Wasn't like the school, like as we always call it, school shooter arc, like a 2 week chapter or something like that?
It led up to it. I still think that was fine. It was disappointing, but it got to some good shit.
It just kind of landed with an impotent smack against the wall.
The actual chapter she said, "Don't go to school tomorrow." That one came out with a 2 week break.
That was great.
So I still stand by the fact that Chainsaw Man should be an every other week series. We don't need this weekly. We're barely getting shit week as.
True.
It's a terrible weekly series. I stand by that fact, and I think y'all would agree with me.
I think you have some validity to. I think Chainsaw Man, when it was initially coming out, was consistently pretty sick, to be honest.
Yes, but also I read it when it was already done, so I didn't have to wait weekly for it.
That's true. I'm genuinely...
This is a manga that needs to be binged, not read weekly.
I'm generally not feeling the hype as much as I did when I was initially reading Chainsaw
because
Man.
It's diluted. Because again, we're getting like a minute of footage per...
Yeah.
if even that, like 30 seconds, we're getting a joke.
I point back to Fujimoto, though, saying that, like, Chainsaw Man Part 2 is probably not going to be as good as Chainsaw Man Part 1.
Like, he said it. He said that.
He did say it, but, like, what a good way to cover your ass, right?
Oh, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah. Just say, like, hey, guys...
It's a reverse Babe Ruth. He pointed to the ground, not the fences.
Like, the
so you would be disappointed.
This
is going to be the worst manga ever. I don't know, man. Have you read Bone Collection, Fujimoto?
The highs of Chainsaw Man are great. The lows are just sort of like, whatever, which is, in some cases, even worse than being terrible. I don't know. Anyway, One Piece. Oda, like, graced us with a... sort of a crocodile moment. You remember the famous art of Crocodile putting an umbrella over a sad puppy in the rain?
The hardest fucking panel of manga in existence.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, in this case, I genuinely don't fucking believe this one. I could see Crocodile having even a moment of, like, sympathy for something other than himself.
Croc, I believe it, Dom. This is bullshit. This is fan fiction.
This is Doflamingo family propaganda.
This is domestic propaganda for Dom Flamingo. He's giving a bandage to a cry. He used his fucking scarf as a nest for a hurt baby bird, and he's giving him a band-aid. This is bullshit.
Absolutely.
This is propaganda. This is chasing a pipe dream. You will never have a manga panel as hard as Croc holding an umbrella while he sits in the rain, considering that water is his weakness.
Yeah,
he sits in the rain and lets a crying pug have the umbrella, and the angle of it too. It's like he's just like a benevolent god in the angle. I could speak for hours on that panel. That panel belongs in a museum more than most modern works of art do.
It's fantastic.
It is fucking amazing. I love that. I'm seriously, I'm gonna go I literally, like, when this episode is over, I mean, I'm gonna play Tears of the Kingdom first, but then I'm gonna look up that image and I'm gonna get it framed and I'm gonna put it in my fucking house.
How big are you gonna have the image?
You know what? I'm gonna wait till I buy a house and then I'll do it.
I want it to be as big as like you. I want it to be a really fucking
Okay,
huge
so yeah,
image.
hold me to this audience that I'm in the market right now for a house, which good luck, fucking luck. The housing market is a fucking disaster.
I wish you luck.
But I am looking for a house right now, and if I get that house, I will put a framed portrait of that image of Croc and the pug. I will absolutely do that.
It's got to be at least I don't know, like the size of one of my fucking Zib posters. Which, if you want, there are like 5 left on my Streamily, people. If you want to buy one,
Yeah,
I'll sign it and shit.
do it.
I'll sign it too.
I plugged us for the convention. Plug your fucking prints, man.
Hell yeah. But let's get into One Piece, because I kind of want to talk about this one. It's a mixed bag, as One Piece
I'm very
has been
mixed
for a
on this.
while.
I don't care about Sabo.
I do not care about Sabo either.
The Revolutionary Army is a very tried and true case of look out for that iceberg. We have been hearing about the Revolutionary Army for years. We have seen Luffy's dad for years, and they've still not amounted to anything significant.
True, but we can take some pleasure in watching the fucking Celestial Dragon's home get absolutely fucked. Because fuck Celestial Dragons. Everyone
Yes.
hates Celestial Dragons. So it's actually kind of, like, good. Like, it's one of those things I always say. But they are so cartoonishly evil, how could you not take some pleasure in all of their shit getting completely wrecked? We
Also,
learned
that guy
about...
always gets punched. he makes an appearance.
Yeah, he
Getting
does.
ready to get fucking absolutely squashed by Kuma.
Honestly, I would love it if Charlos died here, to be honest. But the most interesting thing that was mentioned is the deployment of the Celestial Dragon's elite force that we have never heard of till now.
Yeah,
known
and
as
one of their silhouettes
God's
looks like
Knights.
Shanks, and now
It's
everyone's
got-
going fucking nuts.
Exactly. It looks like fucking Shanks. No idea who the other people are. Honestly, the only thing I can assume is that some of these characters are going to be clones.
You know what? Would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, honestly,
Was Shanks ever a Yonkai or whatever?
he is the other Yonko between Luffy.
No, but
Blackbeard.
what about the others? Remember the 7?
The 7? You mean the worst generation or the Warlords of the Sea?
Yeah, the Warlords of the Sea.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you know what?
Was
That
he
might
ever
be.
a Warlord of the Sea?
I don't think. No, he was not.
I was gonna say, because that one we know, that has been confirmed that they have all of their DNA.
Yeah. So you know what? That'll be interesting if because well, I believe that the actual Shanks might be a God Knight, to be honest. Because why the fuck else would he be at Marishwa otherwise?
Yeah,
if he's not a God Knight,
it's probably what's going on.
Unless it turns out that was never Shanks, and it was always a clone of Shanks.
But I watched Film Red, and so I know that Shanks is never allowed to be evil because I have a Tumblr account.
That is true. I fucking like.
Too
as
hot
you know,
to be evil, truly evil.
I was rewatching that, by the way. Did you see the new episode of One Piece? Like, even like glimpse it to see like the Queen Sanji
I've been
fight.
off that for a while.
That's fair. Honestly, it's so weird. I am like so like turned off of it, to be honest, completely. Like, the only thing I want to see is Gear 5. That's all I want to see.
Are we there yet?
No, we're not. We're about to see Zoro
I
fight.
asked that like Twitter won't tell me.
We're about to see Zoro, another round of Zoro with King, which, as I said in the manga, they're going to improve that fight a lot, I imagine, because in the manga, it was a really boring fight, to be honest. So that should be cool. Otherwise, like I said, it's all about Gear 5. That's all I'm freaking waiting for. So in this chapter, Sabo sat down with Ivankov and Dragon as he explains, like, you know, what they got done at the location, what they succeeded in. They saved Kuma. They destroyed the Celestial Dragon's food storages and basically announced actual freaking war against the world nobles. Great. That's amazing. We learned about the crow guy. We all assumed that he had some kind of, like, crow devil fruit, but he seems to have multiple powers, or at least, no, it turns out he is a soot man, or he is a soot. Like, it's such a weird word, soot. Say soot.
Yes.
How often do you say soot? It's like scuba.
All the time. I'm a soot fiend, Val.
It turns out he is a soot man, and he just so happens to like crows so much that he just shapes his soot like crows. It's just his aesthetic. And I can respect that, to be honest. It's kind of interesting in that regard, because you never have a character be like, I have X power, but I'm also X aesthetic. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, that kind of like makes him a bit more intriguing to me on like a surface level. The power is cool. We also get Morley. Yep, Morley, I got his name off the top of my head. Fighting Green Bull, who, as you know, I actually really freaking like Green Bull. And yeah, Green Bull also, like everyone else, absolutely hates the Celestial Dragons, but this is mostly because in his attempts to protect them and do his job that he has been sent there to do, he is literally unable to actually fight back and do anything because the Celestial Dragons are too much like, oh, don't fucking break anything. You're as bad as him. We'll kill you or something if you
easy excuse. Fucking Green Bull sucks.
Green Bull does suck, but I really, really like his power.
Worst Admiral.
I don't know about worst. I'd kind of I might put Fujitora in that, to be honest. I like Fujitora, but it's like, I don't know.
Is that the Meteor guy?
It is. Ever since film, I like him.
Meteor guy's awesome!
No, I just mean ever since film Red, it's just, I don't know. The whole thing with One Piece lately that gets me down is like, though it's coming to an end, it's the whole like, oh, we have to have a reason why we can't actually like see these characters fight or do anything interesting, I guess. I don't know, like, he's alright. I'm interested still to get Ryokugyu's, like, deal. Because so far we just know that he's a Magma Man fanboy, he's an absolute justice guy, and comparatively to a lot of the, like, heavy hitters, he kind of fucking sucks. Just a fact. But I like his power a lot. Like, aesthetically, he's kind of my favorite. We actually got a little look at some of the classic CP9 members who are also in Marie-Joie, along with Lucci, who is currently following Vivi, who is just absolutely shitting on the man, being like, fuck, it's literally like you were supposed to protect Shirahoshi? Oh, wait, you didn't. And fuck you. Just absolutely giving him a massive telling off. And we are going to see next week, hopefully next week, we'll see if he's like on break again. I'm like making sure I don't see a on break next week thing. Good. We're going to see what actually happened to King Cobra of Alabasta and see if he is actually dead. My intuition points to probably not. If he is really dead, like, well, shit, maybe Oda's actually going to start, like, killing people off. I mean, he said he's got 3 years left. Let's hope he does something. I don't know. What were your thoughts on the chapter?
Snore.
Snore? Fair enough.
There's too much jumping around. I don't care. Again, I don't care about Sabo.
I completely...
Do something cool.
I completely get it. One Piece...
Green Bull's not an accomplishment. Don't pretend it like it is.
One Piece right now is... I mean, like I said, I just like Green Bull on an aesthetic level. I just...
Dunking on those Celestial Dragons is cool, but Luffy did it first. So, like, again, y'all are just too late to the fucking party.
One Piece is in such a weird position right now because of its jumping around. I genuinely want to go back to Egghead Island. This is, like, there have been a few cool things, like the meeting with Blackbeard and
Blackbeard's
Kuzan.
been cool.
It was, but otherwise, I'm just sort of like, man. But
yes, I'm getting a little bit dizzy here.
What is going on with, like, I don't know. I know there
is no momentum. We're going nowhere right now.
Yeah, it's just, like... I just don't know when we are now. Like, I know we're back at Marie-Joie right now, and that was like, you know, during, frickin', god damn it, what's it called? Wano. That's like during the time where the guys are at Wano, or they're on their way to Wano and everything. But then we have the confusion with when we were with, God damn it. Like, I'm literally so lost. I cannot get anything straight in my head right now. Meeting Kuzan, that was ages ago, obviously, with Blackbeard. This stuff is right after Whole Cake Island. Like, yeah, right after Whole Cake Island. And then, when was it that I was like, where are we here? It was a couple chapters ago, and I genuinely can't for the life of me remember. It was like 181, I think. Oh yeah, where the fuck are we in Kobe being kidnapped against Blackbeard? Because Blackbeard's ship is at Egghead. Is this before? Is it just before they end up at Egghead? I agree with you, Ivan. I'm so fucking dizzy. Like, I don't know.
I'm just dizzy. Put me back on Egghead. At least that's a foundation for this plot or the arc.
Right? I don't know where the hell we are. You're absolutely right. We're jumping around from like years to weeks to months. I don't fucking know, and it's really confusing.
Like,
I want to see what
I think
happened.
Horikoshi might have had a point with all these fucking vignettes. Because holy
Like,
fuck.
Yeah, like, please, Oda, get us back on track. Do next week, show us in...
Oda, please stop doing drugs. We need to...
please, Oda, I know
and by
you can
drugs, I mean all that Hollywood adrenochrome that makes you actually fucking believe that fucking One Piece is gonna fucking come out when you say it is. The Netflix adaptation. Bull fucking shit. The writer's strike is happening right now. The fucking Netflix execs are gonna get so fucking scared shitless.
Oh, man,
They're
yeah.
gonna push that shit out so fast right now.
That's actually
Fuck
so
off.
true. Damn, what a terrible time for Oda, I guess.
It's 8 episodes.
Damn. It's kind of crazy. One Piece are in a weird situation right now. I still love you. That'll never change, probably.
Yeah,
unless you really
that
fuck
will never
up.
change. One Piece will still be goated, but...
Yeah. But otherwise,
But
it's
it's really stretching its goodwill right now, and I'm getting a little bit angry.
Yeah, same.
Well, honestly, I'm not getting angry, because My Hero Academia makes me angry, because I'm very passionate about My Hero Academia. One Piece just makes me kind of like when I have to I'm reading One Piece, like, right before each episode of this podcast. Like, it's time to record, I'm like, oh, wait, one sec, Val, I need to read this chapter, because I'm not frothing at the mouth for a One Piece chapter right now. I'm like, oh, man, what's gonna happen this week? I don't know what's going on right now. I'm so fucking dizzy.
Hey, you know what?
There's no guarantees I'm getting what happens this week. A continuation on that.
Just so we don't end it off on a bad note, how far along are we? We're on 56 minutes and 48
it's time to wrap it up.
seconds. Like, no. Wait. You recently read the new JoJo. I want your opinion on the new JoJo.
Oh, JoJoLands Chapter 3, Snoozer.
Yeah, because
there's a cat in the hotel room. Nothing else happened.
There's a cat. It might be a stand user.
Exactly. I've been here before. This ain't my first JoJoLands, all right? This ain't my first rodeo JoJo, okay?
I mean,
I know the cat's gonna be important, but otherwise, nothing. The mission's going wrong. Big fucking surprise.
True. I mean, I'm still waiting. I want the other characters to die, as you know, and for like this to be like the.
But you said before the podcast, you're like, wait, chapter 4 is out already? I said, oh wow, we're already at chapter 4. I'm laying on chapter 3. We should just wait until chapter 4 comes out to talk about chapter 3, because nothing really happened in chapter 3, and I still stand by that.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Because Val, I'm literally sitting here. For the entire
I'm literally sitting here pissing my pants, Val, because I want to play Tears of the Kingdom so fucking badly.
Val,
Please end the episode.
Since we hit the record button, I have literally been sitting here with the physical copy in my hands, like a child sitting in the back of their car waiting to get home to play the new video game they got.
Are you reading the manual?
Are you reading the
manual?
Right
Oh wait, there are no manuals.
When you're talking, I am reading the back, which isn't much because there really isn't much in the back of covers anymore.
Video games used to be cool. Video games get less and less cool every fucking year, in my opinion, and it sucks.
I agree, but literally, like, I have to get physical copies. I don't trust digital copies unless it's a game I'm not gonna cry about when Nintendo wipes out their fucking store system.
That's true. I mean, they keep your account so you know that you can download stuff.
Eventually we will not be able to carry that game over.
Oh yeah, eventually when we're trying to survive like the heat death of the universe at the end of it all, we're like,
and I want to have a physical copy
of
of Tears of the Kingdom because I know I'm gonna love this game. So yeah, that's why I had to get it physically. What surprised me is normally Amazon keeps me waiting. I got this copy 9 o'clock this morning. Unheard of, because I live in bumfuck nowhere, so I have to buy my I have to buy my games online or get them digitally, because even though I have a GameStop and I have local stores, since COVID, they just don't cover these games day one anymore. They just don't.
No.
There's no priority where I live, so I have to have these delivered, and And normally, I'm waiting till the afternoon. I'm usually left there sweating because I always announce a stream on a day one for a game because I gotta get that tax deduction. And I'm sitting there sweating, go, oh no, I don't think the game's gonna come on time. Today, I fucking did my chore, my morning errands, did my morning work. I come and sit down, boom, it's on my porch at my office. I'm like, what the fuck? Since when did this fucking happen? So that's fucking cool. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm literally going to turn off this stream. This podcast. I'm gonna go take a shit and I'm gonna go stream Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So if you're listening to this now and you missed that stream,
he's jumping
check it
off
out
the train
on Patreon. $1 a month on our stream archive.
Ivan,
if you want to see my impressions of the game.
We're going over an overpass, Ivan. Don't do it. Don't jump off the train.
I'm gonna jump like Link does. I'm gonna do a dive or whatever. I don't know.
You don't have the glider. No.
Glider jump. Whee!
Mind the gap as you exit our podcast safely. Rebuild of JoyCast is hosted by Ivan LeRoy and Valentine Stokes. LeRoy's written and directed works can be found on the JoyRide Entertainment YouTube channel and the soon-to-be-released original web manga, PARAMEDIC. Val's dulcet tones can be heard in many of your favorite anime and web series, such as RWBY, Lackadaisy, Gunbuster, Death Battle, and more. This episode was edited by Steena Carey, with YouTube version edited by Cody Rock. Music provided by Lofi Geek. Intro and outro narration by Steena Carey. Outro music composed by Michael Pejovich. Logo and visuals designed by Ivan LeRoy. Motion graphic by Icaro Gabriel 17. Rebuild of JoyCast is produced by JoyRide Entertainment and Rock Voice Productions LLC, and made possible thanks to Patreon donations from generous listeners like you. This month's highest-tiered Patreon producers are Mr. Host, Gooner Bear, MerryBowTie, Hope D. Cruz, and Phantom Thief. If you would like your name shouted out at the end of each podcast, an invite to our private Discord to interact with fans and cast and crew, or early access to all our content, be sure to check out the JoyRide Entertainment Patreon. Links provided in the description. Thank you for keeping JoyRide's engine burning.